What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We are having a lot of fun, and it's gonna be it's gonna be good times. So make sure y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can see me yet. What's up? How y'all doing today? It is good, man. I'm still having technical difficulties with this Roadcaster, but I'm getting it fixed. That's what I was dealing with again this morning, trying to get all that fixed because I didn't do it last night. But I'm here. Good morning, my family. Good morning, Finlaws, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is Clock Blockers. It is Clock Blockers, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show. And we're here. We're here. It is Hot Take Tuesday. Nicky Smokes and Nando Talk are going to be a little bit delayed this morning, so it's just going to be me for the beginning. But that's okay. We're here. We're going. So anyways, I hope we're good. I hope we're having a good time. Let me go ahead and do the rundown because it's it should be good. Anyways, you can follow me at Stephen D SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. You guys can follow me on Twitter at SKPL Do. Anyways, yeah, we're doing that. Seriously, I'm like doing 15 million different things, trying to. You would think it was a Monday morning, but it's not. It's Tuesday morning. You can follow Miami Sports Music on all social media at Stephen D SKPL and on Miami Sports Music at MIA Sports Music on Twitter and at Miami Sports Music everywhere else. You guys can see I'm a little flustered this morning. It's okay. We're here. We're good. You can hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe. We're less than 300 subscribers away from 10,000. So it should be a good one. Should be a good one. Also, hey, look, if you want to sign up, become a member of the channel, you usually get better service than this. Last couple of days have been a little rough, dealing with some stuff, but you know, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Well, I'm here. Am I ready to go? I don't know if I'm ready to go, but I'm here. I'm here doing a show nonetheless, putting it on for the people and peoplettes. So I'm glad that you're here. Help the channel grow by donating. You guys can donate. Even if it's $1, it goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. You guys can use Cash App or PayPal right here that you see on your screen. You can use the QR code. Use the QR code. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports, Hangry Owls, Vasasaur, a great place to sit, and Tail Greeter. Make sure you all give them a follow. Rick said, I was ready at 6 a.m. Oh, I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm just waiting, honestly, for the guys to come in. They're both in the middle of doing stuff this morning and are unable to be on at this particular moment, but that's okay. You get me anyway. Man, let me tell you how difficult, there's only 42 of y'all and y'all are getting in here. We're going to talk Dolphins today. We're going to get into a lot of stuff. But, just a little behind the scenes stuff. It is very difficult to put this show on every single day, Monday through Friday, and have all the interworkings of trying to create what I'm trying to create, which is the podcast network. And so sometimes, I like to, give you all a peek behind the curtain. Look, I produce this. I make the graphics. I pay, for all the streaming services and everything that you see. And, it can be rough when it's kind of put all on you to be able to do that. And don't get me wrong, I have people that help, but it's tough days. It is tough on some days. And the thing about a football season or anytime you do this is it's a grind, right? Now, everybody works for a living. But look, when you're trying to create something, which is what I'm trying to do, it's tough. So I'm glad that I have the evening shows now, because the goal of the evening shows to obviously watch them grow and help them see, what they can, accomplish and get and move along. But, the goal is that we become one bigger family and hodgepodge. And so that's what I'm trying to do. So obviously support the evening shows. They're big. They're going to be big. I'm excited about all of them, but obviously the morning show, just understand what I do on a day in, day out basis. So I apologize for being late and tardy a lot lately. It's a lot. It is a lot to do this on a day in, day out basis. And, I'm trying to keep it all together. And there's days I look like I have it all together, and there's days I don't. Today's one of the days I just don't have it all together today. But that's okay. We're going to do the show. We're going to talk Miami Dolphins. We're going to talk a lot of other news around the NFL because there's some interesting storylines, which will be very interesting to see. And, I have my viewpoints of them, and it sounds like some of y'all want to hear them. Some of y'all don't. I don't know. There's 47 of y'all that are watching right now. Adam Sadowski, member for 3 months, 2 a time. I appreciate it, man. Congratulations for being a member for 3 months. Thank you for supporting the channel. Man. So that's what I do on a day in, day out basis, man. And there's a lot more to it, and I didn't get into too much detail, but just understand it is a grind, and it is a process to try to create what I'm trying to create. And one day I will have a team of people, and it will be absolutely amazing. It'll run like clockwork. Until that day comes, it's just me. And we're gonna have good days and we're gonna have bad days. Okay. Trucker Sean, 1981, member for 13 months, dang, over a year. I like it. Adam Sadowski says, appreciate all you do, Steven. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I was like, man, you guys are sitting here talking about the Jets and all that other stuff. Sitting here trying to pour out my feelings to you. You guys like, I don't care about your feelings. I care about the Dolphins winning. That's why I tuned in. Oh, man. All right, where do I start? Because a lot of things have happened in the wide world of football. Let me start with something that I guess is not irrelevant to the Miami Dolphins, and that's the Indianapolis Colts. What are they doing? Let me tell you, it is very interesting to see what that franchise has gone through and is going through, right? They had a franchise quarterback in Andrew Luck. They thought they had the future all, buttoned up and everything after Peyton Manning left. And they were competitive with Andrew Luck, and Andrew Luck just couldn't stay healthy and had a lot of injury issues. And it's so interesting to see after, Andrew Luck retires, how they've kind of transformed their franchise, right? And Frank Reich, who was the head coach there up until a couple days ago, I thought was a decent leader, but apparently that was not the case. Or at least Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts, didn't think so. And you want to talk about dysfunction. It's so funny. Trucker Sean said to say, you want to talk about dysfunction. That they might be the definition of it. Because I have never in my life, thank you, Rashad, for the $2 donation. Let's get it started. 2 is the GOAT. I've never in my life seen a coach get fired in the middle of the year and then bring in an outside source to be the interim head coach. Now, there's a lot of different levels to this thing. Number one, they brought in an interim head coach, not a permanent, right? So what I'm interested to know is there's a lot of different things. Number one, the Rooney Rule. How did they circumvent the Rooney Rule? Well, I did my research. I went and talked. You do not have to do the Rooney Rule in a interim head coach situation. You can circumvent and bypass that, okay, without that, which is crazy on itself. And I definitely see that rule changing because of this whole situation. Now, with that being said, I also believe that Irsay wanted Jeff Saturday, right? I understand he's a team consultant. It would be the same thing that is if we fired our head coach and Dan Marino then became the head coach. That's essentially what happened. Marino's a consultant for the Miami Dolphins, just like Jeff Saturday is. But do you know what Jeff Saturday does? His full-time job is working for ESPN as an insider. That's what he was there purely on when I need you, I will call upon you, and you will already be within the organization, which will make a transition of power or whatever interesting. Easy, whatever adjective you'd like to use. He owns the team. He can hire whoever he wants. I'm not saying yes or I'm not saying yay or nay to that. I'm just telling you the way the rules are set up. It's very interesting, right? Interim head coach. You don't need the Rooney Rule. Bam, gone. Don't have to worry about that, right? At least he doesn't. And then to bring and here's the other thing too. I said this a few weeks ago. Remember we were talking about Skip Schumacher becoming the new manager for the Marlins. I had a little thing about that. And I said, man, it's really interesting that former players are now becoming head coaches in professional sports. They don't even need to have coaching backgrounds anymore. And that's what Jeff Saturday just did. Jeff Saturday, okay, is basically doing that, from that standpoint. He doesn't have any head coaching experience. Doesn't have coaching experience for the most part. I do believe he was a high school coach, if I'm correct, if I read that correctly, or did some coaching in high school for high school. But aside from that, it's not like he has so I guess what I'm trying or want to communicate is there a criteria for you to be an NFL head coach now? Is it if I'm a former player and I'm just and I was a good team captain, I can come and now be a head coach? Very interesting. How will the other coaches within Indianapolis take to Jeff Saturday? Jeff's a nice guy. Everybody probably likes him, but it's a totally different thing when you come in and now you're the boss. He came in as an outside consultant who put his arm around everybody, say, yeah. And now I'm making the rules. I'm making the decisions around here. I guarantee you that's not sitting well. Now, here's the other thing about what Jim Irsay and the Indianapolis Colts have done. They fired their offense coordinator a week ago. They fired a couple of other coaches, and now they fired their head coach. So essentially, they don't really have a big coaching staff. And if you're a player with Indianapolis, I would feel some type of way about that whole situation. And you're right. They're in a full, complete rebuild mode. But let me tell you, if the Dolphins got caught for tanking, I don't know what the hell Indianapolis is doing. Because that is tanking 101. Fire my offense coordinator, fire other coaches, fire my head coach, bring in an outside head coach. I'm going to call him an outside head coach, okay? I don't care that he was a team consultant because that's BS. I'm going to pull in an outside consultant and bam. And so I saw Level 2 Noobs comment on Twitter about the GM not wanting to be a part of that press conference yesterday. So I went and watched it. 100% spot on, Noob. That GM wanted nothing to do with what was happening. This is all Irsay. All Irsay. But it goes back to if you're a owner of an NFL football team, that you can make the decisions that you deem best for your franchise. But what happens when the decisions you're making aren't working out? Do you just pull the Band-Aid off and hit the reset button? Most teams do this at the end of a football season. So I guess the question I want to talk about is, why would you do it in the middle of a season? Just let the rest of the season play out, because if you lose, you get higher draft picks anyway. It's not like you're being competitive and winning. I don't see the competitive advantage of allowing Jeff Saturday to come in now, because, by the way, all you're going to do is piss off the rest of the NFL, and they're going to change the Rooney Rule, which they need. Look, from the Rooney Rule perspective, there's a lot of changing that needs to happen to it, and all this is given ammunition to do is to allow them the opportunity to keep that, to make that rule and change that rule. Okay. The tank is strong in them, Stephen. No doubt. And so I don't know. To me, It just makes more sense. Let the coaching staff finish off the rest of the season. Then you can clean house in the offseason. But to do it in the middle of the season, because now you're like from a player standpoint, how do you respect what the coach is saying? How do you understand what a game plan is? Now I'm listening to different head coaches and different position coaches and different offensive coordinators, and they might want to change the game plan. It makes zero sense to me. Zero sense. So it'll be very interesting to see what the Indianapolis Colts do as they move forward. My thought process is on this is that, from a outside perspective, that is a full tank job what Indianapolis is doing. Can nobody tell me otherwise? They're going to change the entire Rooney Rule again, which they need to because of this whole situation, because Jim Irsay found a loophole within because here's the thing, he'll make him interim head coach. He'll go through the process of interviews in the offseason. He'll do his minority candidates, and then he'll say, you know what, Jeff Saturday's the right person from this guy. He helped us in every sort of way, and boom. By the way, I want to get something straight. I don't have a problem if Jeff Saturday's the guy you want to have. If that's the guy you want, so be it. But understand that there's rules in place to allow minority coaches the opportunity or afford them the opportunity to have chances at these positions. You circumvented that whole thing, Irsay. You found the loophole, you did, and the NFL needs to change it. If Jeff Saturday's the guy for you, so be it. But I do think that Level 2 Noob says Saturday won't be the long-term answer. If it's Ballard's bargaining chip, he'll leave the team as GM if Irsay retains Saturday. Ballard didn't want anything to do with that press conference. The fact that he's still there is amazing. It's amazing. So, look, I guarantee the eyes of the NFL are definitely on that Indianapolis situation, how that's handled and how that's done. Irsay is doing something that that an owner's never done. He's basically ripping up the floor mat of the NFL and saying, I'm going to find these loopholes. I'm going to do whatever I want. And it's my team and you can't tell me what to do, which is fair, to a certain extent. But, there's rules and stuff in place for a reason. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. Anyways, enough about the Colts. Let's move on to the Commanders because there's so much more fun to talk about than the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, owner Daniel Snyder hired the services of Bank of America in the hopes or in the future speculation that he sells the team. I'll go back to what I've said multiple times on the show. Daniel Snyder deserves no NFL team. He doesn't deserve to be an owner. He should have been kicked out of football years ago, and he better sell this team. I want to see him sell this team. Number two, my hope is that there'll be some sort of huge minority owner that's involved in this. From all signs that point, it looks like it's going to be Jay-Z as well as Jeff Bezos buying the Commanders. At least that's what they're saying here. And it was announced late last night that Matthew McConaughey is also going to get involved in that ownership group. So that'll be very interesting to see a Jay-Z, Matthew McConaughey, Jeff Bezos ownership group and who will be running the day-to-day team. Like who will oversee. It'll be Bezos at the end of the day. He's the one that has the wallet. But again, it'll be interesting to see nonetheless. But I didn't like how the sale was handled of the Carolina Panthers. Again, I there needs to be more opportunity. It shouldn't go to the highest bidder, in my opinion. It should go to the best owner. You should, as an owner, say, hey, look, I want to sell my team. Here's the minimum amount I'm comfortable in selling them for. And then what should happen is there should be bids on the team, and then ownership groups along with an outside NFL governing board that is not part of the ownership groups, should decide on, okay, who's the best fit to run an NFL team. And it shouldn't be based on who has the highest bid. My personal opinion. You should make the owner, if the owner wants to decide what's the minimum that person will take for the team, so be it. But I think the NFL should decide on who the new owners should be. And not only they should also hire an independent outside consultant to do that. That's the way I see it. You know, money talks, I get it. But I think they're, like the whole thing with Carolina, that's not how capitalism works. I get it. I understand there's politics in this. I understand it. There's money into this. I understand it. I get it. I'm telling you what my thoughts are. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying that's how the world works. I'm just saying that they should, if you want to sell an NFL team or you're forced to sell an NFL team, which I think is what's kind of happening in this case. The NFL owners are like, Daniel, you need to get the heck out of here before, we tear you down in pieces. You can leave quietly or you can choose to leave publicly. That's up to you. And I think he's choosing to leave quietly, quote unquote. And basically it should be, okay, well, if you think your team is worth $4 billion, then we'll take all bids over $4 billion. And whoever we decide is the best owner for this, that's who we'll take. Shouldn't be up to Daniel Snyder on who gets to sell the team. That's BS. It is. NFL should approve and everything. And they do have to approve. There is a board, like with in our case for the Dolphins, when Stephen Ross was going to give the thing to Beal. Is his name Bradley Beal? I know that's the basketball player, whatever his name was, Beal. And then after the whole situation went down, he rescinded that, and now his daughter's going to get control of the team, which is fine. It's whatever. But I'm just telling you, it's not always the highest bidder. They do background checks on potential owners. I get it. I think there should also be an outside part, like the NFLPA and the NFL should hire a third-party governing board that oversee that also says, okay, guys, look, we're comfortable with these three people as being owners. Now you guys can choose what you see. The public, I that's how I just think it should. Everybody's like, that's stupid, Steven. That's fine. You can say it's stupid. But it's not like it's a regular business. It's a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate that the shield, quote unquote, look, it's not like you're buying your own private business. You're part of one bigger entity. That's how this works. You can say that's stupid. That's fine. I disagree with your statement. I disagree. But it's not like I'm buying a construction company from a private owner. That's how I look at it. I look at it as it's a multi-billion-dollar purchase. There's only 32 NFL owners. And by the way, there's no minority owners with the exception of Khan, if I'm correct. Khan is the only minority owner in the NFL. And there needs to be more. And it's not and it's not because minorities don't have the money to buy NFL teams. They just haven't. They haven't been approved. They put in bids. Broncos have minority shareholders. So do the Dolphins. There are so many minority owners that are minorities. No play on words at all there. Yeah, the system of economics does not respect private property rights is called. I get it. Y'all don't agree with me. I understand it. And we're getting into some political aspects, which I don't like political stuff on the show. But to me, it's a very interesting storyline within the NFL that we as fans, I think we need to look at. And need to be like, all right, I don't want another Daniel Snyder owning an NFL team. I don't want a James Dolan owning another team. Guys like James Dolan, Daniel Snyder, they need to go. They need to get out of sports. They do not belong in sports. They need to get out of sports. James Dolan, in my opinion, is the worst owner in the entire NFL or in the entire professional sports. I know he's the owner of the Knicks, not the NFL. But James Dolan is the worst. And Daniel Snyder's not far behind him. That's just my opinion. You might disagree. You might agree. I don't know. But I'm just telling you my thoughts on it, that I don't want to see another Daniel Snyder owning the Washington Commanders. And if you don't think it matters to the Dolphins, it does. It 100% does. Because what if his daughter, who takes over the team, decides one day she doesn't want to keep the team. She wants to sell it. Let's say that comes to fruition for the Dolphins. What happens then? Then how they're going to go back and look on they're going to go back and look at prior sales of NFL teams, and they're going to see how it was done and who was and who was pre-approved in the last go around. Does that person want to try to buy a team again? So yeah, it does affect the Dolphins in some way, shape, or form. So it is something that we should, as fans, even we're Dolphins fans, be like, all right, what are y'all doing in Washington? And the NFL should have gotten rid of Daniel Snyder a long time ago. A long time ago. Also, co-owner of the Bills is Asians. Level 2 Noob, did you go look up all minority owners in the NFL? Again, they're not the primary owners. They're not the ones that are running the organization. Good morning, my Finlaws. NFL can force Snyder out as the NFL is bigger than Snyder. 100%. 100%. Level 2 Noob said no. Look, man, I just want to see something different there. So far we've talked about the Indianapolis Colts and how bad they are and the tank job that's going on there. NFL is a corrupt HOA. That's a very accurate statement, Level 2 Noob. NFL is a corrupt HOA. I like that. I like that a lot, and I think that's very accurate. Bezos is a snake too, Dolphin Don said. It good, bad, or indifferent, it's whatever. You know, I don't want to get into the politics side of it. I'm not saying that Bezos should get the team. I would love to see Jay-Z on a team. You know, I would love to. Personally, my thought process is any minority that wants to own an NFL football team, now's your time to get in. That's how you should look at it. And I'm on board with almost any minority that wants to come on board. Almost. I do have ethics too. So depends on who it is. Rick Spar says Snoop Dogg knows football. Snoop Dogg doesn't have the money. Because that's the other thing too, right? Like go back and look at the Derek Jeter situation in Miami with the Marlins. Jeter just didn't have the money. If Jeter had the money, he would have ran that thing the way he wanted to. The owner decided, you know what, we'll make Jeter the front office person. We'll let him make all the decisions. We'll give him a small stake in the team as, you know, whatever. And we saw how well that worked out for the Marlins. Not. Whoever has the most equity in the team has the final say. Quite honestly, I think Snyder should refuse and burn it to the ground with all that dirt he says he's got. I'm here for the chaos. You're not here for the chaos, noob. You don't like chaos. You turn the channel when chaos ensues up here. I do love Level 2 Noob. You're not here for the chaos, noob. Stop it. Stop it, noob. I want Rick Ross to own the Miami Dolphins after Ross. I don't want Rick Ross to. You want to know why I don't want Rick Ross to? Because Rick Ross, there are photos of him in New England Patriots gear at a Super Bowl parade for the Patriots. No, thank you. Rick Ross and Robert Kraft are like this. No, thank you. There's minority groups that have bid, and there isn't as many minority billionaires that are in a position to bid. I agree. I don't disagree with that. He says that's not chaos. That's nonsense. Oh my God, y'all are funny. First of all, Trick Daddy's the mayor of Miami. He should buy the team. Trick Daddy ain't got the money either. I don't want no Patriots fan owning the Dolphins. Heck, he's a Patriots fan and a bandwagon Fins fan. Yep. Absolutely a stupid conversation. It's a slow sports morning, Green Rat. What are we going to talk about? How great the Miami Dolphins are and how wonderful and amazing their quarterback is right now? That's going to be the conversation for the next, they keep winning. That's what it is. That is what it is. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. I finally got that part to work. I had to reset to all factory settings on this thing this morning. So everything I had loaded in, the songs and all, gone. No, except for that. I got that. It sounds like a 1970s. Sorry. Anyways, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I want to remind you all to donate to the channel, help the channel grow. Even if it's $1. It goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Nando and Nicky are both dealing with some personal things this morning, and we're not able to come on. I'm hoping they will be able to at some point during the morning, but they had some issues they have to deal with, and I'm telling them they need to be a bird, just fly, spread your wings, man. Stephen D and everyone in the chat. Yeah, you guys can ask me questions this morning. I'll wait. I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see if Nando and Nicky get on, and if not, I'll open it up. I'll open it up in a few. But in the meantime, Nando says, I'm coming, boss man. I'm coming in. You guys can ask me questions. I'll answer. I don't care what they're about. They can be personal questions. They can be football questions. I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly. Green Rat said, let's bond talking about Byron Jones. When he finally shows up, I'll let you know. I want to see Byron Jones come and hang out, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Personally, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't understand the whole situation. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Omar Castro, what did you say? Steven, if I ever see you in person, I'm giving you a hug. F a handshake. I'll take that hug, man. I love it. Stephen D, did you get your tickets for Sunday? No, I just found out that they fell through this morning, actually. That was another thing I was on the phone with. I did not get a ticket for this Sunday. I am without a ticket for Sunday. Stephen, what's the best city you've seen Finn's game in? Best city I've seen a Dolphins game in. Well, I'll tell you my favorite city in America besides Miami, because I love Miami. I love South Florida. I want to move there one day. It's so expensive right now. That's just not in the cards. New Orleans, but I've never seen the Dolphins in New Orleans, but New Orleans is my second favorite city in all of America. I love the food there. I love the city. It's so rich in culture. I just love everything about New Orleans. New Orleans is one of the funnest cities I've ever been to. So New Orleans would probably be for me. What else? City I've seen the Dolphins in, though? Man. I mean, you got to go New York, right? You got to go New York. New York's fun, man. That MetLife takeover is good times. So I would probably say that. I would probably say New York for me to see the Dolphins in. Because let me tell you, when we win in New York, which we did not this year, Um, yeah, that was rough. But when we win, it's great. It's awesome seeing the Jets fans dejected. What else? And you can hit me with the swear jar in the chat, and you can't hit me with the swear. Yes, I know. I don't like how Keyshawn and the media don't give us no credit. We're starting to get some. We're starting to get some credit. Do I think Chubb has more of an impact this week versus the Browns? Excuse me. It was the first game in all contained network past week. Diggum Smacks. I like your name, by the way. I'm probably going to say that, Chubb, the hope is that he look, honestly, the entire pass rush of the Miami Dolphins just needs to step up and do better. They just need to step up and do absolutely better. It's not just Chubb. I knew two things. I knew Chubb wasn't going to come in here and just automatically fix things as much as I wanted to. There's a lot of injuries in the secondary. I don't know what's going on with the defense, but my heart tells me that, well, it's one more week added. He's got to get better. I hope they look the crap out of that game film and see what they did wrong on many different levels and just play different against the Browns. 100%. I hope that's the case. Mark Norcal says, my favorite city was San Diego. NFL sucks for not forcing Spanos to build there. I don't blame Spanos. Do not blame Dean Spanos. Do not blame Dean Spanos for that. All right. It sucks that San Diego lost their team. Dean Spanos, this is what I know. Maybe you know something different, Mark. Wanted the city of San Diego to foot a majority of the money for a new stadium. By the way, rightfully so. Okay, what Stephen Ross did in South Florida, nobody else had done that. Stephen Ross didn't ask for 1 cent, if I'm correct, of public funding. He did it all private on his own dime. And very rarely has an NFL owner ever done that. So with that being said, Spanos went to the city of San Diego and said, I need your help. I want to stay here, but you guys need to come in somewhere. They came in with a lame offer at the 12th hour, which was a BS offer, by the way, thinking that he was bluffing. There's no way he'd move the city, knowing goodness well that LA was down the road and that he would go there. And they called, and he called their bluff, and he left. I don't 100% put it on Spanos. Spanos did take the team. Spanos did probably want to go to LA over San Diego. But let me tell you, he asked for 10 years for money from that city, and not once did they ever put money into that thing. Not once. So I'm not blaming it all on Spanos. He gets some of the blame. And I'm sure he wanted to go to LA over San Diego. But let me tell you on everything, on God, city of San Diego has a lot to blame for that too. If they didn't want their team to leave, they should have put more money into it. You saw what happened in Cleveland? Cleveland said, nope, you're not getting any money. He's like, fine, I'll move the team. You're not going to move the team. There's no way. A year and a half later, after he threatened him, gave him multiple chances, you saw a team in Baltimore, the Ravens. What did Cleveland do? Cleveland, the fans went into like, we need a team and y'all need to foot the bill. And what happened when the Browns came back to Cleveland? The city put up the money for a brand new stadium. They couldn't have done that with the old owner. They never would have had a team that left. But they got an opportunity to get a team back within 3 years, and the city foot the bill for that stadium. It's always been a part of it's only until recently that owners now are so much money that it's like, well, you're not going to ask the taxpayers to pay for it. But that's how it's always been for the most part. You want it comes with part of the territory. You want a professional team. Taxpayers are going to pay some of that bill for new stadiums and upgrades to stadiums and stuff like that. Point blank. I'm not reading your question, Jose. Nasty, just nasty. All right, let me bring in one of the co-hosts for today. It is Hot Take Tuesday. My brother from another mother. He had his first show last night on the podcast network, his first evening show anyway, not afternoon show. You can find him every Mondays nights at 7 p.m. On Nando Talk, and you can find him every Friday afternoon at 2 p.m. with the Lunchtime Rewind right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. And you can find him on Tuesday mornings here with me, Mr. Nando Talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Always appreciate the good intro, man. I hope I'm sounding fine.
You sound great.
Bam, I too was having issues in the morning, but hey, I'm good. Thanks for bearing with me. I got the little traffic court taken care of. Use my excellent bilingual skills, and now I get to use my excellent football skills to talk with you, Steven.
So since you said it, I'll just say, so Nando couldn't work dues this morning because Nando can speak a little Espanol and English, and was hired to be a translator in traffic court for somebody this morning.
Yeah, shout out Mama Nando, hope you get that taken care of and we're good to go.
Hey, you got paid for it, right?
I hope so. That was,
if Mama Dukes, negotiated for you, I hope you got a little something.
We'll see how it goes. Nice guy Nando sometimes gets a little walked over, but we're fine, man. It's all a good day's work.
Mama Dukes, y'all better. Hey, my man at least deserves some lunch, something.
I'll see if I go head back over her way, and we'll see if I can get some food at least. But
Alexander asked, "Hey, good morning. How are you, Steven? Is this week's game in danger of being postponed because of the hurricane that is coming to Florida?" No, it is not. The hurricane, I believe, is supposed to get there Thursday.
Was it fully upgraded to a hurricane? I think it was a tropical storm.
It's a tropical depression at the moment, and it should be a tropical storm or a Category 1 max, I think, by the time it hits.
Gotcha. Hope everyone's safe.
I think anything Category 2 and below that hits Florida for the most part, and I don't want to dismiss anything because they all shouldn't be played with, but I think Floridians prepare very good for Category 2s and belows. Like they're like, it'll be fine. Anything above a Category 2, that's when you might want to evacuate and move some stuff over. Am I wrong in saying that? You live there.
No, yeah, I'm 24, bro. I've lived through my fair share of hurricanes.
2, you're like,
like even in Category 3, like I stayed in my own apartment. Like I think for Irma, I stayed in my own apartment, and my dad was so pissed, but I was like, dude, I'm fine, bro. Like I can stand a hurricane on my own. It's just a 3. It's just a 3. 2 and below.
Category 2s and above need to be taken seriously. Category
all need to be taken seriously. I just think it's more of we've got the experience to know how to prepare for it. And on the outside, it's a scary thing, but when you're in Florida, I think Floridians definitely know how to situate themselves well, get themselves prepared, know when they have to leave their own areas. I'd say trust also yourself. You should know. You should know. Like I just figured out that my new neighborhood doesn't really flood, whereas my old one, day one of a hurricane, I couldn't leave the house anymore. So I had it's little things like that you figure out, I guess, over time too, which helps out.
Whenever I decide to move to South Florida, whenever the market resets itself and I can actually afford to move down there, if that ever happens,
it will, bro.
Well, I mean, it depends, because I didn't play the lottery last night. So, by the way, if any of y'all end up winning this crazy lottery thing that was delayed, that's never been
buy the
delayed.
Dolphins.
Did you buy a lottery ticket?
I'm gonna buy the Dolphins when I win.
Oh, so you bought lottery tickets?
Of course, bro.
Are you? Is this crazy that it was delayed?
It's pretty BS, man, that it's not like being displayed live or whatever. That's delayed.
So my wife did buy some lottery tickets.
Like if someone buys the Commanders before I get the chance to, I'm going to be really annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Like I deserve my money. Your wife bought?
My wife did buy some, and I'll tell you the only reason she knew, I was like, well, the lottery is like a $2 billion. It's worth a couple bucks, because I don't gamble at all. So, you know, I was like, look, if you bought one, I wouldn't be mad at you. So she bought a couple.
I'm just saying, if you were to buy some,
I didn't buy any.
yeah, that's the thing. But Ms.
But
Daniel,
I'm not saying I didn't tell my wife not to buy it.
oh yeah, no. If she wanted to, that's on her. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
a chance at $2 billion. I'm just saying. Now, I do fully expect that if anybody wins that watches the show, to fully back financially Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I fully expect that. Okay.
you know,
I expect a couple mil. Okay. As the
yeah.
donation.
Tell you what, Steven, when I win, whatever I have left over after buying the Dolphins, I got you. You know, but the Dolphins,
You're gonna need more money than a 980 million cash out.
I heard you earlier. I think you're saying like McConaughey, like Jay-Z, like Bezos were interested in the Commanders. I'll tell them, listen here, guys, I'll put down $2 billion and you help me buy the Dolphins, okay? Why do you want the Commanders? Let's go for a real team. Help me out live a dream, bro.
Mark says I vow to buy Miami Sports Music a studio after I win.
That's a legendary move right there. You know what? I'll match.
Dude, I just need 2.5 mil. Give me 2.5 mil. I'll be able to do everything else from there.
Steven, if I win, I will get you a studio as nice as I get myself one.
But the studio doesn't help me. I need to like move down there. I need moving expenses. I need to be able to hire a team the way I need to. You got to remember, there's a lot of moving parts to this. I appreciate the studio, but the studio does nothing if I'm not down there.
That is pretty true. A studio's pretty useless with an empty body, you know. Like,
yes, I need to be there.
You need to use the studio.
I'm just negotiating my thoughts. Steven, if I win, I'll send you a picture. Level 2 noob to send.
As long as it's autographed, like I'm down.
Hey, I'm just saying, I appreciate anything anybody gives me. But if you're going to do that, just understand I live in Baltimore, north of Baltimore. The studio doesn't help me here.
We'll trick out your pad, man. We'll build like an efficiency studio. You know what I'm saying?
Where?
Like, I don't know your setup.
I'm negotiating now to people who might win. Look, that's why I said just give me 2.5 mil and I'll be fine. I'll be fine with 2.5 mil. I'll be able to do everything I need to do for the rest of my life.
A small donation of 2.5 million, guys.
It's $1 billion. You can't give me 2.5 million. Come on.
I mean, I guess. I mean, all right, Steven. Are you pulling it all in one shot after taxes, or are you going for the 20-year long?
Dude, if my wife wins, we've already talked. She's like, look, we're taking the cash donation, the cash, not the cash donation, whatever it is. We're taking the cash advance, whatever, one shot. So if y'all don't see me up here randomly for like a month, just know I won. And when I come back and in like a kick-ass studio, you know, swear jar, I'm just saying. We can form a committee of Dolphin YouTubers to approve your relocation. Oh my goodness, man, dude. When I saw that it was delayed due to a technical difficulty, what do you think the first thing I did? I went on Twitter, and Twitter was great last night. Twitter never lets me down and stuff like that because the reactions on Twitter are just priceless.
App's golden.
Priceless. I loved it, man. Andres Negron says, I would give a few Fins fans money. I love it, man. Hey, if you win the lottery, if you played the lottery and you win it, are you going to donate a million plus to Miami Sports Music? Put it in the chat, yes or no.
Donate it through timeouts. That way we're just talking to no one.
Don't donate it through timeouts. No way. Don't do that.
Just an empty show. Just an empty show for
I will give you my address. You can make a check out to me and do that. Andre says, nope. Even if you had a new studio, you could move to South Florida and thrive. Don't be a Spanos. I have a family. I need to have a place to live. I have kids. I can't just be like, all right, yeah, there we go.
We'll make it a really nice studio, okay?
Robert says, bye, Pete forever. Andre said, I would ban a few people.
Andre, if you did a 1 million in a ban, you know what I'm saying?
3 mils? I appreciate 3 mils.
Hey, that's amazing.
I would donate, but like my previous message, it would be to ban all Dolphins from the panels.
All non-Dolphins.
Not all non-Dolphins. Milano says, with the choice of permanently banning some people. Okay. All right. You will have a one-time say on who you can do that.
I mean, I don't know about
too bad. All right, here we go. Mark, you're my kind of guy. I like it. He goes 3-bed, 2-bath studio, a 3-bed, 2-bath house, a studio, and $1 million. That's my best offer. Done, Mark. I'll take it. I'll take it.
panel for life for you.
2-bath, a studio, and $1 million. I'm good. I'm holding you to that, Mark. If you win the lottery, I'm holding you to that.
Now you guys got to win it with like one of those suits on, and then or a mask, and just let nobody know who actually won.
Justin Vanderbilt. That's my guy, Justin. He said I'd give 10 mil. See, Justin, I knew I liked you. I knew I liked you, Justin. You're all right, guy.
Now I really want this lottery number.
You added a 0. No, I saw $1 million. There's $1 million there, Mark. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a studio for the podcast network, and $1 million. That I'm good with that. I think that's fair.
I think it's 100,000.
No, it says $1 million. Trust me. Don't read the numbers. Don't worry about the zeros. It says $1 million. Trust.
I'm like squinting at my TV right now.
No, it's $1 million there. No, Robert, it's not 100K. Your eyes are deceiving you. It says $1 million, clear as day. Everybody says it's $1 million. We all see it. It's all clear. Did the numbers just get checked? That clearly says 100K. Math is hard. Andreas is always getting at me about math.
All right. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
It's $1 million. Just say it's $1 million. No, I hate speaking things. I said I'll give you $3 million. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. Corey said he'd give me $3 million. I will officially change my name to Dolphin Don and put up cameras around Gillette Stadium. Level 2 News says 20 and a case of flaming hot Cheetos. I do not like flaming hot Cheetos.
All donations are welcome.
All donations are welcome. But I might donate those flaming hot Cheetos to somebody else. I like how I'm negotiating. Steven took the math B by Dean Spanos and failed.
I'm pretty bad at math, bro. So
I'm horrible.
That is something I'm starting to learn in life is going to bite me in the ass, man. Like, honestly,
if you have a calculator, you have a phone that can do it for you.
You know how embarrassing, I don't
care how embarrassing it is. It'll make it accurate.
Like quick math, you know what I'm saying? When someone's like telling me like buddy's like, all right, if you spend 4 on apps, you spent that on that, you owe me 12. Yeah, I don't care. Like I'll just pay whatever my buddies say. But in theory,
give me the check and I'll add up my stuff. And
I always just say the same thing, dude. I'm bad at math. Send me the Venmo request and I'll figure it out. But there's in theory, what I'm letting the people know is you can pull a fast one on me very easily with numbers. Honestly, I'll just click accept, man. Like I just math.
Don says we could make a Miami sports music channel on YouTube TV. We could.
That'd be beautiful. Little YouTube TV.
Miami sports music on YouTube TV. We'd have 24 hours. I wouldn't do a morning show anymore though. I would get somebody else to do the morning show. There would be a new host of Clock Blockers. I would probably do an afternoon show though, because I like my sleep and I want to sleep in.
Sell out, Steven.
I'm not selling out. I'm just telling you, if I had that choice, it wouldn't be a morning show. It'd be a lunchtime show.
You sly dog.
I would do the lunchtime show. I would give somebody the afternoon drive in the morning show because those are the 2 biggest time slots. And anybody who wanted to listen to my boring self, I would just tell them, all right, man, I'm doing the 10 to 2 show. Somebody would do 7 a.m. to 10. Then I would do 10 to 2. Then somebody would do 2 to 5. Or maybe 2 to 6. I'd have them do 4 hours. And then 6 to 10. I'd have 24 hours. It would be a full-blown 24-hour thing.
Anchorman 2 style, 24-hour Dolphins news.
I don't know about this ESPN thing. It's never going to work.
ESPN?
24-hour sports network, never going to work.
To be fair, they do just start rehashing by 2, 3 in the morning. It's all the same thing over and over again at that point.
I'm on the radio. I'm on the show, man.
What is up,
So
Mini Stevens?
Come here. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
You're still in your pajamas.
I know, but I want to tell you a joke.
Okay, but
Oh,
I'm on the show. I'm doing
no.
the show.
We can hear the joke, Steven.
All right, we want to hear. They want to hear it.
I want to hear it.
Say it.
Okay.
All right, you got to speak into the mic.
The kid said to his
You got to speak into the mic.
the kid said to his dad, Can I marry someone?" And the dad said, who? And the kid said, "Grandma." And the dad said, "Well, this is my problem. You can't marry Grandma because she's my mom." The kid said, "Well, you married my mom."
He had to get back. He had to get back at Dad, man.
What are you? What? Where did you hear this joke from, man?
You're lucky. That is a much cleaner version of that joke that I heard when I was around that age.
Hey,
So,
hey, tell the people they need to donate for your joke. Tell them, say, donate to the channel.
Donate to the channel.
Help the channel grow. Why are you laughing so hard? Dude, he cracked himself up.
It was a good joke.
Cracked himself up. All right. I love you. Can I get a hug? All right. Mwah. Get out of here.
Steven, that is the much cleaned up version of the joke I heard around that age. It is not Mary. The joke is not with Mary.
Oh,
it is more of a birds and the bees joke, and he destroys Dad.
He's like, but you married my mom.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty funny when you think about it.
Oh, but you birds didn't beat my mom.
He was laughing the whole time he's delivering the joke. You can't laugh while you're delivering the punchline.
Valid. Good joke has to work on the delivery.
I have to teach that kid something. I'm not doing right by that kid. I got to do better. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. It's definitely not a great. This is off the rails show today. Insane.
Hey, when 3 people have difficulties to start in the morning, bro, it's just you got to blame the morning. You know.
That's what I said. I'm like, you know what? There's going to be good days and bad days, and today was.
I mean, I was listening, man. I was literally just waiting there just to sit there and translate. So I was just listening. So sucks you had a lot going on, man. But we do appreciate the fact that you go on every morning. That consistency is hard to match, man. Like, I'm not a morning person. 9:30 to 12, 5 days a week, knowing that's a constant thing. You're a freaking trooper, bro. So thanks for doing it and keeping up the vibes, Steven.
You know what, Nando? You're just sucking up to me, but I appreciate it. It feels good.
There we go. Just had to tickle you a little bit, you know.
Mark Norcal says he was laughing because he knew the real version, but he cleaned it up for radio to avoid swear jar penalties.
If he did, then you are doing definitely right by him, Steven. Like, that's the sign of a true intelligence to change a joke on the fly like that.
CB83, what's up, man? CB83, are you at work? Can you get on with us, CB? Can you get on? The CB83.
CB, what up?
Because I don't know where Nicky couldn't get on this morning.
Understand.
Oh my goodness.
Telling you, it's one of those Tuesdays, man.
It is, man. It's another case of the Tuesdays. Today was not the greatest show, but it's okay.
See, I understand that because for me, especially since like I'm still in school, so my weeks are a little different. Like I do like Tuesdays are my Mondays because Monday has football for me. So I can't truly hate Mondays. So just another case of the Tuesdays, man.
Another case of the Tuesdays.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just another case of the Tuesdays.
954 says, wait, it's not Wednesday? No,
Wednesday,
but I will.
Wednesday's like the boring.
Why not? I will open up the panel and let you all come on and talk. Because that's the type of guy I am.
Hottie takes.
All right.
Angry Dolphin, fins up. Yeah, Chef Jew, I saw you say hi earlier, Trucker Sean.
Oh, and dude, Chef Jew's getting married this weekend, man.
Oh my God, congratulations.
At the tailgate.
What?
Yeah, true story.
That's legendary. Okay.
Matter of fact, Chef Jew sent me a text message with his stuff in here. I need to
I have.
downloaded. I have not downloaded it yet and put it on the thing. But yeah, Chef Shoe is getting married.
That's legendary. What time?
And I think it's at 10:30, and I'm the one. I'm helping officiate it.
That's sick. Are you like ordained?
I through whatever.com. Yes, I am.
That's what
I'm
meant.
thinking about next year, like making that as part of my business. Let Stephen D marry you at Hard Rock Stadium.
You got a pretty solid voice, man. Like,
Doll fan, peoples and peeplets, Finns fans and Finettes. We are gathered here today with the Hard Rock Stadium in the background as we descend upon love, grace, beauty, and Dolphins to see these two married in holy matrimony in the sake of a Miami Dolphins victory.
spread positivity, kindness, love.
Spread kindness, positivity, and love. I love
There
it.
you go.
I love it. Hey, I'm just saying that,
That'd be a fun time, That'd
Might
be
have-
pretty. Some people get married, I love that though, Chef Jew. Congratulations. Some people get married in Disney, and that's the dream. Honestly, getting married at Hard Rock, that's the dream.
I don't want so obviously I'm married, right? And that if my wife would have been okay with that, definitely would have done it, but she would not have been okay with it, nor did it ever come up. But I want to get buried. I want some of my ashes at Hard Rock Stadium. I know that's weird. Like when I die, I want some of my ashes there.
Hey,
I
Fernando,
want somebody to take some of my ashes, sprinkle it at East 32, East 12, okay, and then figure out a way to get some of the ashes on the field. That's what I need.
I'm with it. I've always wanted to be a tree. That'd be pretty cool.
Rick Spar says that's illegal. I know. I'm just telling you. That's what I would want.
Just put me in like the catacombs. Put me underneath, man. Just put me like in a little jar.
I just want some of my scattered remains. I know that's weird.
Put me in a jar in a closet in the Hard Rock. They'll never know, and I'll be like, "What's that? Don't worry about that."
The goal will be to try to defend the voodoo of the Indian burial grounds that are there.
Dude, I'm a pretty lucky guy. Okay, I have a lot of luck throughout the year, and I have about 2-3 days out of the year where are terrible luck. And now, when I spot them, I just got to deal with them. So as long as the Dolphins can put up with that, I'll fight off any voodoo for us, Steve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll have 3 losses a year. That's it. We'll be 14-3 for the rest of time. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. But hopefully that's like 40, 50, 60, 70 years from now. We don't have to worry about that for me.
Oh yeah, four Super Bowls from now, Super Bowl rings from now. Well,
have you thought about the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, man. Like I wish I could. Like I said it so many times. Like when I was little, I used to look at 2022 and say that's the 50-year anniversary mark. That's the year the Dolphins are going to go undefeated again and then make it to the Super Bowl. And I was laughed at. I wish I could tell little me we're not going to go undefeated, but we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. And who knows? Because we're going to have Tyreek Hill. We're going to have this amazing offense with Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Tua popping off, man. The defense has to figure it out. But when they do, if our pass rush can, it'll explode with the Chubb, Phillips, Ingram. Oh, my God, Steven. We can make it if we just play good football for 4 quarters. I know. I wish I could give myself a high five to the past. It's looking bright, man. Oh.
All right, sorry about that. I had to yell at my kids.
You're good, boss.
I think one of them's coming, actually.
Oh.
Why do you want her here?
Because I wanted her to say hello. You got to say hello.
Yeah.
Come here.
Because I'm
See?
a boy.
This is what happens when the kids are home. This is what happens when the kids are home.
Oh, yeah, they're home too because of the
It's
election.
election day.
Yeah.
Come here, Savannah. You want to say hello to everybody? Come here. They're going to be doing the show today. Say hi.
Hi.
Do you have a joke to tell the people?
No.
You have a knock joke or something?
No.
No. Who's the greatest football team?
Dolphins.
All right. Well, you guys need to get on here and say donate to the channel.
Donate to the channel.
Help the channel grow.
Help the channel grow.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. And hit this.
What? What? What are you saying?
He said that this was.
What? I didn't hear.
He said that this was.
I didn't hear. I got my headphones on. I'm deaf out of this year.
Yeah.
I have headphones on and I'm deaf out of this year. Say it again.
Subscribe button.
Oh, hit the subscribe button. Oh, yeah. We're like close to 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, but we need more.
We need more. That's right. We need more than 10,000. All right. I just wanted you guys to say hello. Oh, Savannah, this is why we got sand everywhere now.
Whoa. Adam E, that's legendary. My plan could actually work. There is a soccer club in England that has an area in the stadium for urns of their fans.
All right. Come here and say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Say Fins. Wait. Hey, you guys ready? Watch this. Y'all ready?
3. Yeah.
Miami has the
Dolphins.
the greatest.
Football team.
They take the
Goal.
ball
The ball.
from
Goal to go.
like
No one's ever seen.
they're in the
Air.
they're on the
Ground.
they're always.
In control.
And when you say
Miami.
you're talking
Super Bowl.
because we're the
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
yeah. Let's go. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Dolphins.
Let's go. All right, get out of here. I love it. Gay, give me a hug and a kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Bye, Felicia.
Awesome vibes.
Do your kids troll you for being pasty? My kids troll their mom all the time for it. I can't with you, William. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did something right. My kids didn't learn their ABCs first. They learned the Dolphins fight song first.
As it should be.
Yeah. True story. I appreciate it, Rick. I believe I am too. I am pretty blessed. They're pretty awesome kids.
Pretty smart kids.
Well, they definitely got the smarts from their mom. They didn't get it from their dad. And my son is like in 3rd grade, but taking like 5th grade math. So he definitely got the math from his mom, not from his dad.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
I can my future child can only hope the future mom is good at math.
I know they
It's
grow
not
up so
coming
fast, man. My son is like already up to my chest. And
He
only
looks
in 3rd
tall.
grade. He's only in 3rd grade. It's insane. He's 8. 8. My daughter's 6. She turned 7 in December. I know. It's insane. They want to do that, and they want to have their own YouTube channel now.
Put him on the slot.
They're
Give him a
not going
call.
to talk Dolphins. I have no idea what they would talk about.
So you give him like on the lunchtime rewind. You told me to talk Dolphins and other sports. They could talk other sports and current events.
Maybe I'll have you co-host with my daughter or my son one day. On the
I'm
lunchtime
down.
Rewind.
I'm down. What is up, guys? We've got the mini Stevens here to rock.
The mini Stevens.
Still my bosses. Still my
today is
bosses.
just a real chill day. I like today. Today we're not even really talking about anything. I love
When you're
it.
6-3, brother. That's
I
what you
know
buy.
life is good, right?
Life's good. Life's
Life
good.
is
We're
good.
clicking 3 wins in a row in an easy stretch of the season. Coming back at home to play the Browns.
William Perry, to answer your question, they don't troll me for being pasty, but obviously being in an interracial marriage, they're like, why is my one side of my hand like mom and the other side of my hand's like my dad? I get that a lot from them. I really do. Which is always funny to me. So yeah. That's funny. You have to be there for it. Yeah, you would laugh if you were there.
Adam's got a great point, by the way.
Kids sub to kids all the time. You want to grow the channel, you get a kid's time slot, 50K in a days, bro. Dude, my son really wants to be a YouTuber. Like straight up. That's what he wants.
If you can convince him,
Omar, he's going to be playing basketball this year, my son. And my daughter wants to play softball. She loves baseball. So, I don't know. My wife would have played college basketball. So
There you go. Then your son, what's his name? So I don't keep calling him Mini
Steven.
Steven. Oh, I can keep calling
is
him Mini
little
Steven.
Steven.
Yes, there we
he
go.
is
Then,
little Steven.
as a mini Nando myself, I knew I had met a fellow Mini Steven. There we go. Steven Jr., we rock.
He's not a junior. He's a
Oh,
second.
Ooh,
Let me
I
tell you
like
that
that.
story real quick.
I like
So
that.
I wanted a junior, Stephen D. Daniels Jr. And my wife said, no, the second sounds more distinguished,
It does.
like a king or a prince. And I'm like, we are not royalty here. She's like,
Yet.
no, we're going to do the second. Okay.
Yet, Steven. But now when
Yeah,
he meets a
after we win
princess
the
one day,
lottery,
you know, when he meets a princess one day, she's like, "Oh, Steven the second. I like that." You know, maybe he'll play his cards right. Then you'll be finally royalty.
royalty.
The Sir Stephen Daniels family.
Actually, Stephen means prince, I think.
Oh, boom.
So I don't know where it means prince, but it does. Stephen tried to prey on us with his children. Hit the dislike button. View this man. Cute kids, though. They are cute kids. I might, if I didn't do anything else in this world, I made some good looking kids. I'm just saying. I might have had something to do with how, my looks. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at this.
50-50.
50-50. Okay. All right. Good morning, Greg. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Steven. Morning, Nando.
Morning, boss man Greg.
We're just chilling this morning. It's not even like we're not even doing anything crazy. It's just we're trying to chill and be laid back.
Exactly.
Chugging along, vibing, man.
What do you want to talk about? Floor is yours.
I just want to come up here and say we're going to the Super Bowl, bro.
Dude, let's go.
I'm gonna have to be planning my spring break in like February to go down there and watch the parade and stuff.
All right, you're in school, right?
Yeah, I'm in college.
Where do you go to school at?
I go to a community college up here in
Where?
Rhode Island.
In Rhode Island.
Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
All right. So here's a question for you. You've been a Dolphins fan your whole life, right?
Yep. So ever since 2008 when I started watching football.
If the Dolphins go to the Super Bowl, what is more important? Seeing the Dolphins in Phoenix trying to go to the Super Bowl, which is almost impossible, or going to the Super Bowl parade in South Florida?
I think it's the parade. Just the atmosphere.
I want to do both, but I know
I would do both. But here's the thing: though, going to the Super Bowl, it's going to be so much money.
It's so much money,
and from where I live to go to Arizona is going to cost a lot. So I mean, I'd rather go to the parade.
I feel like if I've looked at Airbnbs that house like 20 people. And I've thought about that if the Dolphins make the Super Bowl, that I can try to rent it out and try to, make a little party section where people get in and they just pay a portion and it quote unquote pays for itself. But it's so, like Phoenix is so crazy there that weekend because the golf tournament is there that week.
I'm going to drive
for the PGA, which is like one of the best PGA. That Phoenix Open is crazy.
Uh-huh.
It's a party spot for the PGA.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the Super Bowl. It's there. It's all going to be in that same week.
Damn.
I know. Somebody didn't plan this through at all.
Yeah. I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like watching the Super Bowl at home is like the best thing. That could just be me, but I find that watching the Super Bowl at home is like the best.
I mean, yeah, you get to see all the commercials,
bro. Hold on, Greg. Have you been to a game in Miami?
I only been to one Dolphins game, and that was like when I was in 7th grade when we took on the Commanders in Washington D.C. That's like the only Dolphins game.
Did you go to the D.C. shutdown?
No. I went down with my father. I didn't even follow.
How long ago was this? This was 7 or 8 years ago, right?
Yeah, this was like 2016.
You went to the D.C. shutdown. Did you go? Were there other Dolphins? Did you go to the tailgate, or were you?
No.
The game?
Me and my dad we went down Friday.
Okay.
We stayed at my uncle's house, and then we went sightseeing. We saw some other Dolphins fans.
Well, next year we're going to be throwing the FedEx takeover.
Yeah,
so
but
you gotta come to that, man.
Yeah, I got to see what
bring your dad and everybody.
Yeah, because when we went to the game, we left like my uncle's house like 10:30, took the train, and we just went right to the stadium. We didn't tailgate or anything. Because I didn't know about all this YouTube stuff until like 8th grade, 9th grade.
Hey,
And then I found this channel like I think like a couple months ago.
and now you're like, this is the greatest morning show ever.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be like, yes, there's no other morning show better than Miami Sports Music Clock Blockers.
Yeah, right. Damn right.
Greg, you're a legend, man. I agree, though. Super Bowl at home, yeah, you get the commercials, you get the ambiance, you can be with your friends. It would be cool maybe for a one-time thing to go to Super Bowl in person, but
I want to go
know.
so bad, but
I don't want to go. I want to drive. That's my thing. I want to drive.
Why do you want to drive there?
Huh? Because flying, screw that, man. Like I can just drive over. I can save
it will be cheaper for you to fly.
Are you sure, bro? I get
100%.
30 miles to the gallon, man.
You want to go from South Florida to Phoenix, Arizona, and you think you're going to save
money
with those
now? Gas prices?
No way.
I don't know, man. It could be fun though. You know, I could.
Matter of fact, there's got to be. Hold on.
I could stream on the way there, man.
I mean, you get to see the sights.
Trip calculator. Here we go. Trip calculator fuel economy. I'm gonna do it here.
Let's go.
All right. What type of vehicle are you driving?
I got a little Nissan Versa, man.
All right. What year?
2018.
All right. So 2018 Nissan Versa. All right.
Well,
is it a 4-speed or a 5-speed?
4.
Is it a manual or an auto?
Oh, auto.
All right. Add vehicle. Okay. Enter the trip. Starting point. Where do you live? Like, just give me the city.
Plantation, Florida.
Plantation.
And Cammy Whammy. Is it really that crazy, bro?
And Phoenix, right?
Yeah. I agree with Greg. I can see the sights. Be a fun time.
Yeah.
Stop at my buddy's place in Tally. Stop at my buddy's place in Texas.
All right. Trip fuel will cost you one way $303.
All right, but I could split that with a buddy, you know. I'm sure that'll be cheaper.
Okay. All right. So round trip, you're looking at $600. And you're looking at, by the way, it's going to take you
like 4 days.
1 day and 9 hours.
Oh, that's nothing, bro.
Okay.
But that's if you don't stop.
So are you going to sleep in the car?
No, that's what I said 4 days. No, I would go to Tallahassee first, stay at my buddy's place, and then I think I could go to Texas, and I have a buddy there as well. And then after that, uncharted territory. Dude, I have to plan the trip a little better.
Dude.
So at that point, I guess you're right. Flying might be a little easier.
Flying is going to be so much cheaper. There's this thing called Southwest that's got round trip tickets, and you get 2 bags. They fly free. You can easily find a ticket for $200 or $300 one way.
Miami to Phoenix.
And so you're looking at $400 to $600 round trip, and you're looking at a total of what, 4 or 5 hours?
I was looking at trips to LA in December. It was like 200. So you're right, baby.
Well, there you go. I'm just saying, like, to me, that's no way. No way.
I told you I'm bad at math, bro.
No way. Don't drive.
What day is the Super Bowl? Like the 5th or something?
Super Bowl is like February 13th, I think.
Oh, yeah, because there's no Sunday. That's so stupid.
Oh, I'm just looking at the schedule, Steven, because you said something about we play at Washington next year. We also play the Cowboys next year, too. Do you think that'll be a Thanksgiving game?
No. So, no, we don't play at the Cowboys. We play at Philadelphia.
Oh, we play them at home. My bad.
We play it at home, yeah. So we play at Philadelphia and at Washington. Miami Sports Music will be hosting both of those tailgates, by the way. We're going to be putting on an awesome party both those weekends, so be on the lookout for that.
$200 flight.
William Perry says it is not in Nando's age demographic to even know what manual is.
Yeah, I was very thrown off.
Like manual or automatic?
Yeah, when you said 4 or 5 speed, I also don't know really cars well too. So I was like, it's gonna be
I
tough.
guess it has 4 wheels. It must be a 4-speed.
That's what I said. I was like, we ride.
It doesn't have a 5th.
I was like, 5
Talking to
cars.
somebody who knows nothing about cars. I had somebody tell me that one day. Oh, well, it's got 4 wheels. It must be a 4-speed.
Boom. It is only a $210 flight, by the way. So yeah, definitely I'm flying to Arizona.
I would buy your flight now and then if you don't use it, you just cancel it and you have a credit for a year. I would buy your flight now.
To Arizona we go. As Steven just told me, we're going to Super Bowl, man. That's what he said. Buy the flight. That's what he's implying, right, guys?
If I had the money, I would buy it all right now if I had the money.
We're going to the bowl. It's a big game.
I do not. Yeah, but
the Super Bowl tickets are like $1,000, man. That's the thing, though, right?
What, a ticket to the game?
Yeah.
A ticket to the 1,000? I wish. Ha! I laugh.
Right.
A ticket to the game is gonna be like $7,000.
Yeah.
Cheapest.
Greg, we're going to the parade. I'll meet you there, bro.
Yeah.
I'll buy It's like 10 minutes away from me, 20 minutes away. I can Uber, you can get really drunk.
So Allie, Dolfreaky, she's the NFL fan of the year. Shout out to Allie.
Legend.
She gets 2 Super Bowl tickets.
Ah,
I know.
Oh, lucky her.
congratulations
Dude,
to her. But dang.
I'm like,
So
you sure you want
jealous.
to take your dad? You sure you want to take your husband? Are you sure?
Oh, nice
You
to
wanna
meet
take
you.
one of your
I'm
best
Fernando. Would you like to take me to the Super Bowl?
You can take applications.
Big fan of your work. Please take me to the Super Bowl.
I love Allie. I know, like, we were talking about it. I'm like, the Dolphins are going to make the Super Bowl now, right? Now that you're going. So,
Legend.
how much more money will it cost to Uber around Arizona if you don't have a car? It'll be insanely priced.
There you go, Antonio.
100%. He's not lying. He's not lying.
Then I had the leg up right there with the car.
Diggum says parade is more realistic and a person could feel a part of it. Not to mention watching a game on TV is superior to being in person. Disagree. I disagree with that.
With the second half of the statement, right?
I feel like, so all right, as a Miami Dolphins fan, so like I love going to the games.
Mm-hmm.
Love going to the games.
I do too. It's amazing.
And for me, it's the tailgate. The tailgate is the thing for me.
I agree.
And so like even like when we lose games, I walk away like, oh man, I got to party with my people. It's so much fun, so on and so forth. Right. So I disagree that watching a game at home. Now, watching a game at home does have its ups.
Yeah.
So this year I have watched a game at home. I've watched a game at a Dolphin fan club watch party in Maryland with about 50 other Dolphin fans, which was dope. I watched a game on the road, sitting close to the field. I've watched a game on the road, sitting in the very last row of the stadium. I was on first row in New York. I was in the last row for Baltimore. So note to self, I probably should sit in bad seats for the rest of the year if I go to an away game.
Noted.
And then for obviously at home, I've sat in, right up on the field. I've sat up in the club. And, I would 100% say for me, going to the Miami Dolphins in Miami is the best experience ever. Ever. It cannot be beat.
I love it, man. Just the energy, just the crowd just pumping up, just getting you amped, being a part of it. And I have season tickets with like my college buddies. I know some of these guys 5, 6, 7 years. Like to me, it's just a time to get to see everyone again. Also, just see people from the community and just vibe, man. Like
yeah, but
I do like the. That's why I can't go to away games though. I don't know how you do that, man. That's so many games. At least that one you can split it though. At least you get your infield experience, and then you also get your TV time, man. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it was funny. So a lot of my friends, like Cameron and Allie and a whole bunch of people went to the Chicago game this weekend. And so I'm looking at, Facebook posts and I'm like, man, I had FOMO, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that, a little FOMO.
And so, but then after the game, I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't travel to that game. because not because of the game, just because it's so much to travel to the game.
Yeah.
Not even from a price. It just takes so much out of you.
Of course.
And so, like, I was look, I'll tell you, the only reason I am coming this weekend to Miami is for Chef Jew. It is the only reason, because Chef Jew is my brother from another mother, and I love him, and I want to be a part of this special day. But if it wasn't for Chef, there's no way I'd be coming this weekend. Absolutely none. Because I'm exhausted from traveling.
No, I get you, man. It definitely takes a lot out of you. It's almost like I get what you're saying. Like right after the game, when the game ends, it would have been worth it traveling, and then you'd have to leave the stadium. You're bustling out. You're getting tired.
Well, are you talking about away or home games?
Either one, I guess, for you.
Well, home games. Well, all right. So if you're with Solo D, it takes you 4 hours to get out of that stadium anyway, because every 2 feet people want to take a picture with Solo. And do you know who you are? You're Solo D. Okay, so there's that. So note to self: you ever with Solo D, you're never getting out of the stadium till 4 hours after the game. Just throw that in the back of your mind. By the way, they make you get out of the stadium parking lot 2 hours after the game. And I just said 4. So just understand the exaggeration I just said, and it's that bad. Okay. So with all that being said, yes, it is. It's like that. But I like being in Miami. There's nothing better than going to a game in Miami. I tell people all the time, if you're a Dolphins fan and you've never been to a game in Miami, it needs to be on the bucket list. 100% needs to be on the bucket list.
I need to get down there, man.
I want you to come down, Greg. Greg, whenever you come down, your tailgate is taken care of. You just let me know.
Yeah. But I get me and my dad. We've been talking about going down to that Ravens game, but that never happened because here's the thing. I work, and unfortunately, I have to work Sundays, and I miss the entire first half.
I've been there, man. I remember many Sundays where I missed entire Dolphins games when I worked in retail. Trust me, I know.
And most of my dad works too. He doesn't work on the weekends, of course, but he works too the entire week. Maybe we got to look at next year's schedule. I think we might go to DC again because he's said when we last
time. You go to Philly or DC, man?
Yeah, because he was talking about Washington DC. Their fans are great there. They're not a-holes. The security people are nice. Everything about Washington is good.
Yeah.
I think their stadium. I was in the end zone, so I don't know how bad it is. But yeah, like you were guys saying, when you go to an away game, for me and my dad, we couldn't even celebrate the win. We had to get out of there, catch the train to get to the airport to catch our flight, so I can get home and go to school Monday.
Jeez.
But yeah.
All right, Greg. I love you, brother. Let me let you go and let some of these other people on.
Hey, you got it, man.
Being on this morning, appreciate it.
You got it.
You ever come down, man? Beer on me, bro.
A Vasasaur on him.
2 Vasasaurs for Greg and Papa Greg.
Free Byron. Is this Rashad?
Hello, fellas.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Hello.
How's it going, fellas?
Just chilling.
Yeah, sounds good.
They just, by the way, they just flexed the Sunday night's November 20th Bengals Steelers game out.
Ooh.
And flexed the Chiefs Chargers game into Sunday night.
Wow.
Chiefs Chargers. Ooh, okay, that's nice. We still don't know about our next Buffalo game, do we?
No, so yeah, I mean, I haven't even bought my plane ticket yet because of that thing yet. Because I'm coming down to do a watch party in Wynwood at Vasasaur, which Nando will be at.
Is it for the Buffalo game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about going to the Buffalo Bills game, but a watch party in Wynwood.
Yeah, we're doing a big watch party.
Sounds so much more agreeable to my skin and health than freezing cold Buffalo temperatures at the same time.
Allie and I are hosting it. It's going to be awesome.
You got to invite Mark.
We're going to invite everybody.
There we go. No, I think it means Mark from Bill's Mafia. We'll fly him over from, I think he's on the West Coast, I think he said.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Yeah. But yeah, I was making myself a little nervous earlier with this Cleveland Browns game. I mean, Jacoby sucks, so that's the only thing balancing me out right now. But remember the last time we ran into Amari, what he did to X.
I mean,
Then there's that Myles Garrett character.
do you really
And,
are you
like-
nervous about this game?
I'm getting there. Like I'm praying
Why?
Austin Jackson doesn't
Why
come
do you-
back.
Can you answer me
Like,
something? Why can't Dolphin fans just be like, all right, we got this?
no, it's a matchup thing for me right now. Like
It's not though. We're
the
gonna
the same way I said the Jets would beat Buffalo. It was strictly based on
all right,
matchups.
Nando, I have a question for you. Name the last game that you can remember that you were just so supremely confident we are winning, and it's not even going to be like, who cares? Like, we are just winning that game.
Week 1
last
versus
game.
the Patriots.
Week 1 versus the Patriots. Yep. Mhm.
You were 100% supremely confident in that game.
Yup. I said 1-0. We're winning. We're beating the Patriots. Mac Jones is losing to the Dolphins.
You didn't have a doubt in your mind.
Not a
Same.
one.
Neither did I.
That's probably the last game though that I had like.
And I'm
For
more
sure,
nervous
you guys
about the
winning.
next time
For
we
me,
see
it
the
was last week.
Patriots.
I
If
swear
I'm
it was
being
last
honest.
week. I was like, there's no way we lose to Chicago.
Oh well, yeah. In that sense, yeah. I thought the Bears were punting, but I will be if I'm being honest with myself and the people.
I wasn't even nervous when they were like,
I started to get nervous. That's why I won't say like I was because the Patriots game I was confident throughout. Like before the
you were
whistle,
confident
during the
before,
whistle.
you were confident throughout, and you were like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah,
Well,
the
we
Bears, I
couldn't-
did get a little nervous at one point when I
Yeah,
saw
no,
Fields
never
starting
got
to tear it up.
When they kept getting first
I got
downs, I was
frustrated,
like, come on
but I didn't get
now.
nervous.
Like,
I got
how
frustrated.
many third down conversions are we going to give up? Like, stop it.
I invited
Force
my
a
buddies
turnover, do
over for
something.
once, man. I was starting to bite me in the butt. I was like, geez, who do I got to kick out to change this mojo right now, man? Like, it's not. It wasn't working, man. Thankfully, we held on, but it was getting
Tired of
ugly.
wins like that. I blame all the Tua haters that want to see these shootouts in these close games.
Well,
Are you not entertained?
That's what I was gonna
Give
say.
me a
I'm not
stroke.
tired of the wins. Like, it's more of like, this is what.
Oh, I'm not tired of the wins.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
That's
like
not what
I mean like tired of that kind of win. I wouldn't say I'm like too tired of it. I get what you're saying though. It's frustrating. Like that's not beautiful football, bro. That's like I don't want to see us trading blows back and forth. It's nice to know we can win a game like that. I don't want to see that like every week. Like that's
Not
ugly.
against these
That's scary,
teams.
bro. That's what I'm saying. Not
Against
against
Buffalo,
the Bears.
against the Chiefs,
Hey,
the
so
Bears, the
so
Lions.
the
Come on now.
NFL just tweeted out,
Exactly.
we've reached a halfway point through the regular season. Give us your predictions for the remainder of the season. And then matter of fact, we'll put it up on the screen because it's very interesting.
I'd like to see this.
Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. So give us your predictions. MVP, AFC champion, NFC champion, Super Bowl champions. All right. So these are just random people. Tua, Miami, doesn't matter, Miami.
I
Tua's
love that.
MVP. Tyreek's more MVP than him. MVP Mahomes, AFC champions Chiefs, NFC 49ers, Super Bowl champions Chiefs.
What year is this?
I heard a pretty good take about
MVP, Tua
Tyreek being
Patrick
MVP.
For AFC Dolphins stop the Chiefs, NFC Vikings shock the Eagles. History repeats itself. Miami toppling the Vikings. MVP Josh Allen, AFC Championship Buffalo Bills, NFC Eagles, Bills.
Yeah, if it comes down to Eagles, Vikings, Eagles are beating.
MVP Tyreek Hill, AFC Miami Dolphins, Dallas Cowboys, Dolphins, Justin Fields, Chargers, Eagles. MVP Tua Tyreek, Dolphins, Eagles, Dolphins. Atlanta Sports Stand obviously says Marcus Mariota, whatever. Bills, Falcons. That's just being a fan. Easy MVP. MVP Tyreek, Chiefs, Vikings, Chiefs. MVP Kirk Cousins, Chiefs. If Bill Allen isn't healthy, Vikings.
Man said Kirk Cousins.
My MVP is Aaron Rodgers, NFC Lions, AFC Colts, Super Bowl champion Browns. Jalen Hurts, Bills, Eagles. Sam Ellinger, Colts, Lions, Colts. Get out of here.
Colts can do it.
Jefferson, Vikings. Zach Wilson, Jets, doesn't matter. Jets think they're winning, huh?
That's wild.
Jalen Hurts. All right, you know what? I got something else that we can go over. All right, let me get out of this.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win on Sunday.
I want to go through the entire AFC East. I want to talk about the teams.
The AFC Beast.
I'm going to talk. Bring in Big Philly 305. What's up, Big Philly 305?
What's going on, man?
Hey,
How are
Big
you?
Philly.
What's up, man?
Ooh. Are you at work, Big Philly 305?
No, I'm at lunch. I'm actually walking out now. Hold on.
Oh, because we can barely hear you, and we hear that phone in the background.
I know. Hold on a second. Let me get myself.
Hello, you're on the mic with Mike. What's your beef? Butcher's Dyson's Butcher Slap. You slice them, we dice them.
You're a funny guy, Steve.
You're off a fucking trip, bro.
Swear jar. But yeah,
My bad. I'm new to this. My bad.
that's all right, man. You're here.
My show. We got a potty mouth. I'm sorry.
I am the potty
Show.
mouth.
You got your own show on YouTube?
Yeah, Miami Fan Talk.
Let's go.
Yeah, man, I've been on there, so we have fun with our show, but we don't cover just the Fins. We talk about all 32 teams, all different sports, NBA. We're getting into NHL, UFC. So we're doing everything, a little more of everything, but we do have our Mondays are dedicated to Fins Talk. As we get more organized, we're new to it, so we've only been in 2 months, so we're getting more organized. And, we're holding our first raffle, so we're having fun with it.
Man, good luck, man. Just consistency is key, man. Consistency.
I know that's what everybody tells me. Batman, everybody else that tells me.
I just subscribed to you.
Thank you.
You got a new subscriber.
Hey, man, thank you. But no, I was listening to you guys. And some of the concerns with that Cleveland game coming up. The only good thing is that for sets, they don't have similar skill sets compared to Fields. So we don't have to really worry about. Don't get me wrong, he can still get the first down with the run, but he's not as elusive as Fields is, obviously, right? So you just got to play a lot of contain, which means the zone coverage is going to work a little bit better since we don't have Byron back yet. So we're going to stick to that zone coverage compared to man-to-man, which is what we normally run, is that man-to-man with blitz packaging for that defense, which I'm hoping they get back to soon enough. But, I was also listening, now, obviously, because we cover all 32 teams, but now Jerry Jones came out and is hinting OBJ signing for Dallas. So that's going to be big for Dallas and CeeDee Lamb and, and company.
Is he officially signing there? I haven't seen anything.
No, Jerry went on an interview today and basically hinted, just said, OBJ would look real nice with a star on his helmet, basically is what he said.
You know who else is still out there in free agency? Ndamukong.
Classic Jerry.
Ndamukong can really help out Tampa, but they're not. I don't know why they haven't brought him back yet. But he would really help out Tampa right now.
There's a side of me that wants him in Miami.
He would have been great. We could have went after a linebacker and brought him in for that front seven spot because he is pretty productive.
I didn't say I wanted to. I was like, there's a side of me that would love to.
He's a run stuffer. He's a run stuffer. He's a run stuffer, guys. He's not going to get you 15 sacks.
If he comes in on third downs and
stops the run, 3rd and 2, you stuff him in the middle with Wilkins or with Davis. He's going to stop the run on 3rd and 2. I don't mind that.
If we got him back at the veteran minimum, I would take that all day.
Oh, if it's at the veteran minimum, yeah. But I assume that's why he's still a free agent, is because he doesn't want to take that minimum.
He ain't gonna come out. He ain't gonna come out unless he's getting paid to come out. He's gonna want like a 1 year, $10, $15 million deal or some shit. Some crazy number like that.
He's not getting that from us. I know that. So
that's why he's still a free agent. We're not desperate enough for that. Instead, we just traded away a first-round pick for Bradley Chubbs.
All right,
don't start. That hurts so bad.
Let's talk AFC East, guys. So
wait. Let me answer that question real quick.
Please.
Roquan Smith went for a 2nd and a 5th. He currently has 2 interceptions and 86. Well, he has more now, but that trade is hurting me more and more.
I'm gonna give you a little pushback though. Roquan Smith is a different position and a different player than Bradley Chubbs.
I know.
So
we have 5 edges and
but
one
the
true
edgers,
cover
linebacker.
linebacker.
But out of those 5, 1 edger is producing. The rest aren't. That's the issue. That's the real issue.
And what linebacker is producing? At least we have
Again,
one edge producing. What linebacker is producing in the last 3-4 years?
I mean, the only one that we've had
Versus an all-pro for a second round.
I get it, but we're getting an all-pro for as a DM position / outside
He's not an
linebacker.
all-pro. He's not an all-pro.
Look, man. Hey, look.
All-pro is
I'm not
a
mad
top
at
2
the trade.
player in the league.
I'm not mad at the trade.
I'm okay with it. I know what he
I'm okay with the
brings,
trade.
the pressures
He
and all of
brings the
that. I'm
pressure,
okay
which is
with
what
it.
they want. I mean, he's the
It's
fifth.
just
He has
that.
the fifth most pressures. He has the fifth most pressures right now in the NFL.
So you would prefer Chubb? If it was the same trade, you would take Chubb over Roquan if it was available right now.
The thing is, I'm not. Look, we only need, in my opinion, we're only missing one middle linebacker. In my opinion, again.
Hey, the
my
winning
opinion.
numbers for Powerball was announced, by the way.
Oh, dude, don't tell me right now because I'm at work, and if I won, I promise you, I'm not coming back. I promise you. I already told
The
my
winning
boss.
numbers are 10, 33,
Wait,
41,
whoa. I don't got my
47,
papers with me.
56, and 10.
Steven, I'm
won-
still on the show.
If I won, Steven, I promise you, I'm walking
10,
out my
33,
I'm walking out
41, 47, 56, and 10.
I hope I won. I walk out of here.
I am not going to be owning the Miami Dolphins or the Commanders anytime soon. You will
Hey,
not
let me
be
show you
getting
my-
a house
let me
or a
show you my
studio,
shot
Steven.
face.
The Commanders are selling for $7 billion. I think is what they quoted them for. $7 billion. So them boys are crazy with that old stadium too, with FedEx Field. I don't know about that. Maybe after the new field because they're getting a new stadium.
Yeah, that's
So-
some wild. That was a wild pricing over there, honestly.
$7 billion without the stadium. I mean, the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins may be worth $7 billion now, with all the stuff they did with the stadium and then the contracts with Formula One and the Miami Open. With all that going on, but you got Rolling Loud. There's more lucrative profit, but I mean FedEx Field. Good luck.
All right. Let me bring in my man Sharif in the background. Good morning, Sharif. How are you, buddy? Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Steven? Hands up, guys.
You got a lot of wind in your background, man.
That's because I got this beautiful view. That's because the view is very beautiful here, the Bahamas.
I've been there.
It's very loud.
Yeah,
Are you in Nassau?
I'm in the capital, Nassau.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
normally
Are
I'm
you
going.
doing your tourist thing today?
Where is
Am I
that? I
doing?
want to go back to the Bahamas.
Yeah, no, normally I'm going to
Into
work
that
during
part.
this time. Steven knows I'm dedicated, so I listen in straight up to the time to clock in, man.
All right, I'm gonna put you on mute because there's a lot of wind and background noise.
Well, they have
Okay.
that storm coming in, Steven. So he's in the
Yo, you
Bahamas,
stay
so that
safe,
storm's
Sharif,
coming
man.
in. Yeah.
All right, let's get into this. Facts Over Fiction is here too. What's up, Facts Over Fiction?
What's going on? Blockers, number one
Love
streaming
it.
service.
Love it.
Numero uno.
Okay. All right, guys, let's talk AFC East. If you're looking right now in the AFC East, the Patriots are at 5-4, Dolphins are at 6-3, Jets are at 6-3, Bills are at 6-2. Let's talk to the Patriots. Let's talk about each team, where they're really at, what it would take, what do they need to do to win the division, and where do you see them finishing? So we'll start in last place. We'll start with the Patriots. What do you all? I'll start with Nando. Nando, what do you think of the Patriots right now at 5-4?
I think there's some losers, man. The Patriots are bottom of the division. Commendable. At the end of the day, the AFC Beast is a tough division to be in. I'm not sure what their division record is, but I know it's better than the Bills.
Their division record is
because they beat the Jets, so I think it's 1-2 probably. They play the Bills this week, I think. We'll figure it out though. But I honestly, the Patriots, they don't scare me. They don't. I don't think they have the juice on offense to really overtake
They
the
beat they're 1-1. They're 1-1.
1-1.
They play the Vikings. No, I just saw it.
Oh, yeah, they play the Vikings. Sweet, got you. All right. Well, so then they're 1-1. They're still bottom of the division though. The Patriots, I just don't think they have the juice on offense at receiver to do anything, let alone at quarterback. They've got to figure out if they're doing Zappia or Mac Jones, whatever. They're two terrible options. And then Ramondre Stevenson's looking nice. He's having a decent year. But besides that, the Patriots don't really have much to write home about. The trade deadline's passed, man. I don't really see what they can do unless Belichick does like a coaching mastery over the second half of the season. I don't really see them winning the division. They just don't have the pieces, man.
I'll go with Rashad. Rashad, what do you think of the Patriots, man, sitting at 5-4?
Well, as of late, I feel like the Patriots are finding their identity. I would like to see their remaining schedule, but Ramondre Stevens is looking pretty solid. Wack Jones and Zappy are some bums. The defense is coming into form too, and they're leaning on coaching, and we know who Bill Belichick is. So I'm not going to disrespect. Well, I will disrespect Patriots, but if I'm being honest, can they make the playoffs? Yeah, but I also feel like everybody in the division can make the playoffs. If I'm being honest.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were finished.
Pretty much it all depends on their schedule for me. But that's it. Yeah.
All right, Big Philly 305. What do you think of the Patriots?
Well, I mean, they're just relying on their defense to keep them in games. On the offensive side, they're just running the ball, a lot of play action. They're not really doing anything special, but because that defense is so good, they're just keeping them within the game so that they're able to, get to that 3-point lead, that touchdown lead, just to close the game out. So yeah, I do agree. They are relying on coaching. Obviously, Belichick knows what the limitations are with his quarterbacks at this moment and his wide receivers. So they're leaning more on that run game and their defense to win games. And I mean, ultimately, we saw that with the Jets last weekend. Or was it the Jets last weekend? Who did they play last week? It was the Jets, right? They lost. No, the weekend before that, they lost to the Jets. Or they beat the Jets, and then the Jets beat Buffalo last week. So they're just going to keep doing that, and that's how they're gonna. I think they're gonna finish middle of the pack. In terms of wins and losses, they're going to be that mid-range. But I think that's where they're going to end up. So they're going to take a couple losses. Like I think Minnesota is going to be that first loss there this week if that's who they play. So I think that's where they're going to be at for now.
Sharif, take yourself off mute. What do you think about the Patriots? Go ahead, Sharif. Sharif?
I don't think he's there.
Hope you're okay, Sharif.
All right. Facts over fiction. What do you think about the Patriots?
Hey, the Patriots are in great company. They happen to be behind the best team in the division. That's us. Okay, you know what? Forget the Patriots. They're irrelevant. We beat them. What I'm focused on is the Jets. We beat the Bills.
We'll get to the Jets. We'll get to the Jets in a minute.
Man, I'm looking at the Patriots like, okay, we hit them. We hit the team that's supposed to be above us, but they're really not. So in my mind, the Patriots are non-factor as the Dolphins fans. It is what it is. We beat them, and we beat them when we were growing. Now we will whoop the hell out of them, or smell. Oh, I'm sorry, whatever is not a swear. But I'm just not in belief that they exist right now. And I know when it comes to our little AFC East collage, we're gonna have that old boy that wants to stand his ground. But the Patriots are no longer a factor in this division. You know who is? The freaking Miami Dolphins.
We can't do that fact over vision. That's what they do to us, and we always beat them every year. We can't. Don't do it.
Here.
It's done.
Let me explain this. So when it comes to the New England Patriots, I'm very surprised that they're sitting at 5-4. They've won some games. Frankly, I just didn't think they would. And I don't know what their quarterback situation is, right? I don't think Mac Jones is the future. I don't think Billy Zappi is the future. But I believe this is also part of a Coach Belichick-led team. And I think he finds players to win within the program that he runs, or at least be as cohesive as he needs to. Now, with that also being said, I also think that he's, won some games where the opponent, the opponents didn't show up. There were some games that he won that he had no business winning. But again, a win is a win, right? And we're not going to sit here and nitpick our wins, so I don't want to do it to the Patriots. What I will say is, as we go further down the field, the season, into the season, I don't see a way where they're going to be contending with us, the Jets, and the Bills. They're just so much better. And so, I'm very interested to see this Jets at New England on Sunday, because I want to see how these two teams match up against each other. And so what I will say is, I'm not counting out the Patriots yet. I'm not scared of them in any way, shape, or form. I think to facts over fiction, we're 10 times better than they are. But as far as where they're at in the division, I think they can win some games, and I think that they're going to make a playoff push. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if the AFC has all 4 teams in the playoffs. That's wild to think about. But if there's injuries going to miss out, it's going to be the Patriots.
For sure.
Patriots. But they're a game back. They are a game back, and there needs to be some respect with that. And it's not like they're playing some of the same schedule we are. So it's not like they're playing great teams either, And the teams that they are playing against that stuff are the AFC East. So, and we all know that no matter how bad a team is in a divisional opponents know each other better than anybody. And so it's truly, in my opinion, in any game, any given Sunday type deal, which is how I think the Jets beat the Bills on Sunday. Personally, I don't know what you all think about that. What do you think about that, Nando?
I think the divisions are tight, man. It's any given Sunday, like especially in the AFC East over the years. Even when Tom Brady was here, we saw like the Dolphins would beat the Patriots at home. Sometimes the Jets would play the Pats tight, and then we'd always just somehow find decent games in the AFC East. And now this year, all the teams are over 500. 3 teams with 6 wins. I don't think it's ever happened that 4 teams have made the playoffs from the same division.
Never happened.
Never, yeah. But in any scenario where the Patriots make the playoffs, that only happens, I think, if all 4 AFC East teams win. Like if 4 AFC teams go in. And that's an insane thought to even have. But I think it can happen with the level of it would take a lot of coaching.
If the Patriots beat the Jets on Sunday,
it's going to mix up a lot of things.
It's going to make everything a cluster at the top of the.
And I think Bill Belichick is the kind of guy who can do it,
bro. Patriots play.
Yeah, we're getting a little mixed talks right now.
Yeah. Patriots play the Jets next Sunday.
Okay. Who do they play this Sunday?
Have a bye week.
They got a bye week too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Patriots.
So that's where the disconnect is.
Yeah.
Well,
they play on the 20th at 1.
But the next game
will be our bye week, which will be our bye week, right? So it'll mean that we can sit and watch that game and be like, okay, let's go. Let's figure it out. So it'll be very interesting to see. All right, we're going to skip over the Dolphins and let's go to we're going to go back to the standings. Let's go to the Jets. The Jets are sitting at 6-3. I'm going to bring Batman into the fold. Good morning, Batman.
Let's
How are you, buddy?
Batman.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Pretty good. You're working too. I hear your truck in the background.
Yeah, I'm at work. Unfortunately, I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, but I'm at work.
It's all good. All right, let's get into the Jets. I'm going to start with Nando first. The Jets are sitting at 6-3. Nando. I'm going to go Nando, then Batman. I'm interested to know where you see the Jets right now, where you see them finishing, where are they at? They just came off a huge win against Buffalo. Are the Jets for real, Nando?
Yeah, and I see a little Sally boy. The Jets beat the Buffalo Bills quarterback one, Josh Allen. The Jets, I think, are for real. They're QB1 away. Zach Wilson's probably not the answer at the quarterback of the future as of now. But if I gave Tua till year 3, I'll respect. We'll give Zach Wilson till year 3. We'll see what he's got. They are for real though. As a team, Robert Salah is doing a great job there in New York. And it's not like I'm afraid of the Jets. I still think we're going to beat them when it comes to us at home. We'll have our quarterback one. Our offense will be humming. Our defense will be popping. But as of right now, they are a team that we do have to fight right now to leapfrog. It's not like I'm not sitting here thinking, well, the Jets are going to lose next week and the Jets are going to lose that game. It's now, okay, the Jets are going to play teams tough. And I've got to hope that they drop some games. I've got to hope for Zach Wilson to be Zach Wilson and just do turnover after turnover to turnover and have them lose.
Right.
You know, like that's going to be where they end up losing because that defense is playing tight. They can still run the ball. And, hey, they've got playmakers. You know, I'm not afraid of the Jets, but it's not a team that I'm laughing at anymore, which sucks. Like I miss laughing at the Jets.
By the way, I real quick, just side note, I said that the Powerball numbers have been announced. It's now starting to be leaked that there is no Powerball jackpot winner either. So it's already at 2.3 million or 2.3 billion for next Wednesday.
Jeez Louise.
Let's go, boys.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's nice.
We're still in the race.
Yeah, we can hear you, man. All
So
right, Batman,
I think, look,
what do you think about
I think the Jets are a fraud. I think they're a fraud. I've been saying this from week 1. I mean, they lost their best player for the year. I know they pulled out a victory versus Buffalo, but I'll say it like this. Obviously, you know, Jets and Patriots are on a bye week. We handle our business against Cleveland, and whether Josh Allen plays or not, and the Vikings, we pull in for the Vikings for a victory. They're playing strong. They're playing great. I mean, now with the addition of TJ Hawkinson, just puts that offense on a whole nother level. We got to pull for a victory. They win, we win, or they win, Vikings win, we win. We're at the head of the division. And obviously, because the other two are on a bye week. So I think they're frauds. They're going to start losing some games. It's just my opinion. I might be wrong. But I think that, you know, they pulled some decent victories, credited to their run game. And they don't have that. Carter's a great player, but they lost their best player again. So I expect them to lose some games. And all we got to worry about is us handling our own business, which is winning games. And if the Bills win or lose because Josh Allen, listen, everybody says we want Josh Allen to be there at full power because that's how we want to win the division. But, hey, this is football. Injuries happen. You know, when Tua got hurt, we got no sympathy. I mean, you know, hey, it is what it is. And, you know, we're going to continue winning. That's all we got to matter. We got to worry about ourselves before we look at other teams. You know what I mean?
No,
Exactly,
and the goal of this is to kind of look at it. So I wanted to get into the Jets talk. Robert, I'm interested to know what you think of the Jets and where they sit at and where they are moving forward. Robert, take yourself off mute. You're on mute. Robert going once.
Roberto.
Hey, my bad.
Go ahead, man. What do you think of the Jets?
They're better than I thought they were. That's for sure.
I think that's a fair statement.
What?
I think that's a very fair statement.
Oh, okay. I thought you said cursing for a second.
They were who we thought they were.
No. They're better than I thought they were. That's. But I don't know. The division's weird. The division's really weird. Like, who have they beat outside of the Bills that is like, okay, that was a really tough game? Because it's like when they've played teams haven't necessarily played well, right?
True.
And I think the difference is if you look at, like, when we played the Bears, our defense played like crap, but the Bears' offense was moving. What offense have they played that's played well? Because we didn't even play well against them. And we weren't at full strength when we played them. So that, and then the loss of their tackle and the loss of their back, it's just very hard to say what they are, but they aren't the chumps we thought they were. I just can't say they are definitively the best team in our division or not. like my big takeaway from all this is our division is the most competitive division in football. Our division is the hardest road in football.
AFC
And
beast.
the Bills were cocky as all hell. The Jets are getting in their
Humble
feelings, and we'll see if they know how to win, like sustain winning. Because it's one thing to win when you're an underdog, it's another thing to win when you're expecting to win. And I don't know if they're there.
Yeah.
So, like,
It'll be interesting.
and Robert Sala's behavior doesn't indicate that like they expect to win, because he's coming out with all this receipt talk and crap. Like I told you. So I don't know.
It'll be interesting. Rashad, what do you think about the Jets?
I'm like completely opposite of Batman. I think the Jets are who we were 2 years ago. Like they're trying to make an identity for themselves. They're run ball, catch ball out the backfield, depend on the defense. I forget the defensive lineman name, but he is a game wrecker. The D
Quentin
tackle.
Williams.
Oh my God, he is so good. Like it's like if you actually watch him play, is real good. Sauce is Sauce.
No, I
What else? What else?
get your
It's their schedule. Is they're playing who's in front of them. Like if a player is hurt, a player is hurt. We can't make that excuse for we don't use that excuse when we win games. So it shouldn't matter for no other team either. They suck still. Jets will always suck. They're going to find a way to lose. Their quarterback sucks.
Okay, so we're talking as fans now. I get it. I understand it.
No, they actually suck. I mean, if I'm being honest, I know we don't use that excuse of injuries and stuff, but they have lucked up in a way.
So let me just interrupt. Here's my thought about them, right? So the New York Jets, when it's all said and done, I think are not going to do anything because of their quarterback situation. I am not sold on Zach Wilson. I do not think Zach Wilson is the future. I don't think they have a quarterback there. That is my personal opinion of it. Now, with that being said, I think the rest of their team looks pretty decent. Okay.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner's really good. You know, I think they had one of the best drafts in NFL history. They did. I mean, that's what it's looking like. I'm just being honest. So, do I think and the win over Buffalo says so much about them. It does. It says so much about them. And the word I think I would use is scrappy. I am not ready to say that I'm not going to sit here and say if Tua was healthy in New York, would we have won that game? No, but I don't think we would have gotten the 40 burger that they put on us. And I think it would have turned out differently at minimum.
We definitely would have
been a different game. We can sit here and say that. I don't want to play the what if game. I just know it would have been a different game, period. Now, with all of that being said, I'm excited as hell to face them the last week of the season. And not only that, it could be that game, why not? It's very plausible that game could be for the AFC East, which is crazy to think about because I don't think they have a great quarterback situation there. So that's my thought about the Jets. I think that their team as a whole is good. I think they're legit. I'm not discounting them, but I think our team is so much better than theirs is. And I think when we played them, we were not in a good place as a team at that particular moment in time. We didn't have our starting quarterback. We were still trying to, find our identity.
Ton of injuries.
Yeah, tons of injuries, whatever. And Steven, those are excuses. No, those are realities. That's what the deal was. When we play them again the last game of the season, it's going to be a different story. But to the point, I think the Jets finish second in the AFC East, especially if Josh Allen has a UCL tear in his arm.
I was about to say second to us, right?
Yep, 100%.
Okay, I agree. Let Josh Allen miss 2 to 3 games. Yeah.
If
Okay.
Josh Allen misses 3 or 4 games,
Yeah.
100%. 100%. All right, let's go. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. So the Buffalo Bills obviously are sitting on top of the AFC East. They have an injury concern with Josh Allen with his UCL. It'll be very interesting to see where they go. I'm going to start with facts over fiction. Facts over fiction. What do you think about the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East? And then I'm going to go to Nando.
The Buffalo Bills lost to the Miami Dolphins. And therefore, I like the Buffalo Bills, but they lost to us. And I can't give them the respect I should because really, in my mind, we should be the number one team in the AFC East. And we're not, but it's okay. But what I think about the Buffalo Bills, I appreciate them losing to us. So now it gives us an opportunity to show the world we really are the number one team in the AFC East. That's all.
Nando, what do you think of the Buffalo Bills, man?
Nice.
You know, I like that. Right now we have an opportunity as Miami Dolphins to just keep piling on these wins, keep taking this division lead. And I have no sympathy for the Buffalo Bills. I feel bad for Josh Allen, the player. If he's hurt, you know, that sucks. Injuries suck. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But as fans for the Buffalo Bills, you gave us no quarter, no mercy when Tua got hurt. No one in the NFL did. So, hey, suck it up. Play with what? Matt Barkley or Case Keenum, whoever's back there. Bada bing, bada bam. See how good that team is. See if your defense is legit. See how good your run game truly is. I'm going to like you running with Naheem Hines, freaking James Cook, and Devin Singletary. Let's see if Buffalo can keep it up. But if Josh Allen's out, so be it. The Dolphins have to take that and seize that opportunity and win games, and we have to build up that division lead. And then I kind of do hope, though, we do play Buffalo at full strength. Like, I'll say take advantage of those losses when Josh Allen's out. But if he's back and healthy for the Buffalo game, I'm down with it because I want to see.
I want to face Buffalo at their full strength because
I want to see what this team's made of.
I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, Miami."
We already did. Oh well, they didn't have a defense, I guess.
Well, I want to see what the Sun as the excuse there.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to say, bro, we beat you both sides.
A part of me, though, like as a sports fan, I know it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a row in a season, though. So if we are destined to play them again in the playoffs, a part of me is okay just playing amazing in Buffalo. And if we do drop that game, a little part of me will know, okay, we'll go 2-1 on the season. I'll meet you for that rematch and take you. Bang. Like, I'm not terrified of Buffalo anymore. From what I've seen from this Dolphins over the last couple of weeks, the only fear was that this Dolphins defense, the days that it faltered, the offense would not be able to keep up. And on the last 2 weeks when we've been a little shoddier, when we've led up to the Lions, led up to the Chicago Bears, the offense and Tua have been humming, and that's all I need to see. Like, I'm not afraid of the Bills, the Jets, the Patriots. It's Dolphins season, baby. It's freaking
come on, Nando.
Man. Let's go.
Come on.
Fins up, man. Fins up, man. Let's go.
It'll be interesting to see nonetheless. Rashad, what do you think about the Jets? The Buffalo Bills? Sorry.
I think the Dolphins and the Jets have put out a blueprint of how to play the Bills. I think the Jets played them better. I think the Dolphins' identity of we know we zero blitz. That's what we do. That's what we're known for. We don't really see our team play contain, and that's why these running quarterbacks do what they do to us. If we play contain with the edges and blitz up the middle, I think we like the Jets did. We get a better outcome. We hold Josh Allen better. We contain Josh Allen better. But yeah, I'm not afraid of the Bills at all. Yes, their secondary was hurt, so was ours. And he still couldn't get in the end zone. So I'm honestly a little bit more confident. If we take what the Jets did, we go over how they contained him, I think it's a dub. I think it's a win. And also for the Bills the rest of the way, the whole world seeing what the Jets did to them. They double, or they actually left Diggs one-on-one, but you can double Diggs and one-on-one with everybody else and run with it. See where it goes. See what else Josh Allen can do. Because we know Stephon Diggs is the game breaker.
Yeah. All right, Miami Sports Music's number one Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We will end with the Miami Dolphins, and I'll make that your final thought of the day because I got to get out of here. So we're going to start with facts over fiction. Miami Dolphins, what do you think of them in the AFC East moving forward, and your final thought of the day?
We'll be just fine. Just like I said before, the football gods have blessed us. We look how Tua's doing. We look how our offense and defense, look at the additions. Overall, what's so crazy is we actually are going to end up not only in the playoffs, but making a run. And if we end up in the AFC Championship, I won't be surprised, only because we deserve it. That's all I gotta say. Just be supportive. As fans, be supportive. Stay behind your team. Everything else will work out.
Yep, I agree, man. All right, brother, I appreciate it, man. Love you, man. Thank you for being on the show this morning.
Yeah, you too, man. Guys, keep it up. You guys do an awesome job.
Thank you, man.
Fiction. Be easy, boss.
Robert, man, Dolphins thoughts and final thought of the day. Robert, take yourself off mute. Robert.
There we go. No, I'm not muted. The next 2 weeks
hear you.
will be super interesting. So, and like it'll say a lot. The division's harder than anyone thought it was going to be. And it's a fight. And we just need to get up and fight. So, it's kind of where I'm at. Just need to see the next couple of weeks play out. So,
I agree, man. All right, Rob, I love you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Be safe.
Be easy, Robert.
Rashad, final thought of the day.
Final thought of the day. Dolphins. I feel like we're performing at like a 60% clip. Well, between 40 to 60. Tua is the guy. Tyreek is him. And once we're clicking on all levels, we'll be unstoppable. We are the best team in the NFL, but once everybody got it going, it's lights out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, not too much more I can say, but fins up. Yeah.
All right, man. Be easy, man. Miami Sports Music's number one Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is Hot Take Tuesday. Nicky Smokes was not able to join us, but we had Nando Talk finally get with us, man, after just a wild and crazy and wacky morning for all three of us. It was insane. So, hopefully Nicky will be able to join us next week, and we'll have him back, and it'll be a lot of fun. But want to remind y'all tonight at 8 o'clock. Right? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, the Dirty South Fantasy Football Show with Eric the Commissioner and Lorenzo Ice-T Thomas. And then at 9 p.m., Hell Fins, the Spanish-speaking Miami Dolphins podcast at 9 p.m. tonight. So we got Fantasy Football Show at 8. We got the Spanish-speaking Miami Dolphins podcast at 9. Make sure y'all are there. And then obviously tomorrow night, Batman will be on the Finzaholic Show starting at 8:30. So make sure y'all tune in for Batman, the Finzaholic Show tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. And then, as always, each and every weekday morning, right here, Clock Blockers, home of the number one Miami fan morning show. Make sure y'all do that. All right, Nando, final thought of the day. Oh, donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Even if it's $1, it goes such a long way. If all 97 of y'all remaining donated $1 right now, it would be a big deal. So please donate to the channel.
It'd be awesome.
Grow. Go ahead, Nando.
Well, it is really interesting how tough the division has turned out to be. Honestly, I thought that the gap was going to be a little bit larger. I thought it was going to be the Bills and the Dolphins up here and the Jets and the Patriots really fighting for that third, fourth place spot. The Jets have come up. The Patriots have not. They're only a game behind us. It's kind of wild that everyone's over 500 at this point in the season and just fighting right now. I still, though, think that the Dolphins have the potential to be top dog. top in the division in the NFL to the Super Bowl. Like when this offense team is playing on all cylinders, offense, defense, and even our special teams, like that block punt, beautiful. Like stuff like that. When this Dolphins team plays to its potential, it's next level, man. And I just need to keep seeing that grow. I need to see us, like I said, take advantage of the fact that the Bills might be hurting a bit right now and go for the throat, go for the division win, get us some home field advantage. And I could see the Dolphins going for a deep run. But regardless, whether we're first or second, we're making these playoffs and it's going to be a fun time, Steven. This is like, as Dolphins fans, we have endured so much time, so much pain. This is the time to be happy. This is the time to be enjoying. That's why we were so lackadaisical and easy and carefree in the morning, Steven, because we're 6-3, looking for fun times, man, ahead. And I hope the fun times keep rolling. A win over Cleveland, then the bye week, win over the Texans, and then just keep it up, man. That's what I need to see from the Dolphins. We're right there, Steven. We're right there, man. Let the good times keep growing. Thanks for having me on, man. Definitely check out the NSC show at 8 p.m., guys. It's waiver wires tonight. You need it. Then you got also Healthins at 9. And then if you want to check out Nando Talk too, you can subscribe to me or check me out. Yesterday at 7 was a sick time for those who tuned in. And I'll also be on Friday, the lunchtime rewind at 2 to 3 p.m. The good vibes, Steven. Thanks for all the opportunities, bro.
Dude, I love having you on. You're the man. And yeah, I'm just trying to do 15 things at once here. And it's always a beautiful and fun time, right here on the podcast network. And I'm super excited to see what's in store as we grow and get bigger. And so just remember, y'all donations help that. It's a big deal when you guys do that. So look, if y'all play the lottery and y'all win the 2.3 billion now, since nobody won the jackpot, just remind y'all, we're here. We're here. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami Fan Morning Show right here. Tomorrow's Wildin' Out Wednesday. We will see y'all tomorrow right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Peace.
Easy.